Would everyone please rise for the singing of our national anthem? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dakota Bates, and I would like to welcome each of you to our 50th anniversary celebration here at Missouri State University, West Plains. As a 21-year-old college student and president of the Student Government Association at Missouri State University, West Plains, I consider it a very special honor to be here with you today, September 16th, 2013. This day marks 50 years that Missouri State University, West Plains has been serving the needs of students in pursuit of higher education. Today, as I stand before you, I pledge to do my very best to stand here again on September 16th, 2063, as a 71-year-old alumnus. My pride will have increased substantially as I tell the attendees of the Centennial Celebration how glad we were for the tremendous progress over the first 50 years. I am sure that I will be amazed at what will have been accomplished in those additional 5 decades. Students have always been the central focus at this university, and they always will be. That's what distinguishes this campus from so many others. Missouri State University, West Plains is where students come first. Students have more academic resources than ever before. We have a fully developed library, a Title III program with many student success features, a TRIO Student Support Services Center, a free tutoring program, and so much more. At the encouragement of our outstanding faculty and staff members, our students may be more active today in campus organizations and activities, from student government, Grizzly athletics, special initiatives like Operation 50K, and much, much more. We are encouraged to be action-oriented, and we love taking that initiative. I could say so much more about the student orientation of this campus, but I'll conclude by saying to you that there is tremendous pride among our students that we are able to pursue our college dreams at this caring place. It is a place where our dreams can come true. It is a place where we truly understand the meaning of the special phrase, "Go Grizzlies." At this time, it is my honor to introduce to you our leader and a great friend. Please help me welcome Chancellor Drew Bennett.
You know, it all began in 1963 with a group of area residents who were spearheaded by local Representative Granville Vaughn. They embarked on a mission to bring higher education to South Central Missouri and to give residents the opportunity to make a better life for themselves. Today marks the exact date when classes started 50 years ago. And they started with 111 students in the high school called the Residence Center. 111 students. Today is our census day for enrollment, and we will enroll over 2,100 students here at Missouri State University, West Plains. I wonder what those founding community leaders would think about the campus that spans 24 acres, 18 separate buildings with names like Kellett Hall, Looney Hall, Garnett Library, Putnam Student Center, Drago College Store, Grizzly House, Melton Hall, Liebauer Enhanced Technology Center, the Richards House, the Student Recreation Center and Community Storm Shelter, which we are in, which we didn't have 50 years ago. If it was raining, we would have been outside. Gone Hall, our latest building. Two more wonderful additions include the Grizzly Bear that's outside and the Smith London Bell Tower. You'll recognize those names of community members and legislators who have supported Missouri State University West Plains, making us what we are today. We owe our progress to those who have gone before. It's obvious that Representative Vaughn had a legacy in his community, and his mission continues to be the focus even 50 years later. It's with great honor that I'm able to announce a new scholarship in his and his wife's name. Their daughters, Ms. Karen Vaughn and Ms. Rita Tyrell, have pledged to endow 2 scholarships to be awarded to students at Missouri State University West Plains in memory of their father, Mr. Granville Vaughn, and their mother, Mrs. Idell Vaughn. Could I ask you to stand, please? Thank you very much. It is generosity and support like that which has built this university over the last 50 years. I'd like to give some special recognition to some significant people whose proclamations in honor of our 50th anniversary were read at the Missouri State and the Missouri House. The Honorable Mike Cunningham, Missouri State Senator from District 33. Sir, are you here? The Honorable Sean Rhodes, Missouri State Representative of District 154. These gentlemen produced proclamations that were read in our legislature recognizing this event. We also had a proclamation from the city of West Plains, and Mayor Jack Paulman sends his regrets that he was unable to come, but the city and our campus have been great partners the entire time. We are extremely excited to have Governor Nixon join us today. To say a few words about the importance of our relationship with the Missouri State University system and to introduce our governor, let me ask Mr. Clif Smart, the president of Missouri State University West Plains, to come to the podium, the president of Missouri State University system, to come to the podium.
Thank you. It's a great day to be in West Plains. As we think back 50 years ago to 1963, there were many important national events occurring. I'll mention 3. The Civil Rights Movement was in full force. We all celebrated a couple of weeks ago. Martin Luther King delivered the I Have a Dream speech in August of that year. President Kennedy was then assassinated 2 months later, and the Vietnam War was accelerating. But nothing was more important to the folks of southern Missouri that year than the formation of what is now known as Missouri State University West Plains, because it was the chief way that we began to break the cycle of poverty in this area by making higher education available here. And the impact, thank you. The impact of this campus can be seen all over this county and the other counties in southern Missouri that it serves 50 years later, as its graduates have gone on to become doctors and nurses and bankers and teachers and business owners and entrepreneurs and school superintendents and physical therapists and managers and community and governmental leaders and on and on. And so the first thing I want to do this morning is to thank everyone here for all that you have done to make Missouri State University West Plains both a reality and a success. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce the 55th Governor of the great state of Missouri, the Honorable Jay Nixon. Governor Nixon is a great friend of higher education and of Missouri State University, as he shows by fighting tirelessly for increased funding for all institutions of higher education in our state. Governor, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this campus and to the podium.
Thank you. Dakota, I look forward to joining you as a 107-year-old former governor. The 100th anniversary. Please call me beforehand. I may need a ride. But we're also glad to be joined today by a member of the Board of Governors of Missouri State University from this region who has taken a great interest in the growth of the mission here, Peter Hofer. We thank you for your service to our state board. Also I have with me somebody y'all might know who served 6 years as the president of Missouri State University. Dr. Mike Nitzel is also here with us today. Representative Cookson, Representative Rhodes, Senator Cunningham, President Smart, Chancellor Bennett. I want to thank everybody for their combined leadership and vision right here. I am honored to join the Missouri State University community in celebrating this milestone. 50 years of providing outstanding higher education opportunities throughout South Central Missouri from this great and growing campus here in West Plains. I've always said that in Missouri, in our great state, public education is a value we all share, not a political position we hold. This is true whether you're talking about elementary or high school, college, or graduate school. It's a value that cuts across many lines: urban, suburban, and rural parts of our state, socioeconomic divides, and the lines of our political parties. There is a unity in the Show Me State to work together to ensure that public education in Missouri is the best it can be, and a deep understanding that these students are going to have a tougher go as far as the standards than we had. That school is going to get harder and more challenging, and that's just the way it's got to be, because we are in a worldwide competition, and education is the strongest tool we have on our side. Missourians have always stood together to show their firm support of public education, and I am a believer that we will continue to see significant movement forward because of it. Now, this is a unique celebration today, not only because a 50th anniversary only occurs once, but because Missouri State University West Plains fills a unique role in our state's higher education system. This is the only campus of its type in Missouri, a two-year institution that is affiliated with a four-year university. As you've heard Dr. Bennett say, this campus is a springboard to Springfield. For half a century, there's been a stable, mutually rewarding relationship that has tied these two institutions together. Those ties that now include technically advanced distance learning have grown and become stronger over the years, to the point where this campus is a model for other two-year schools across the country. The long-term successful integration of West Plains and Springfield has brought many benefits to both institutions and their students. One of the primary benefits has been the savings in administrative costs by these two schools working so closely together. That's benefited the bottom line and has helped keep the cost of education affordable, which is in no small consideration of this day and age. The Springboard here at West Plains gives the more than 2,000 students here a terrific means to complete 2 years of college and either use that degree to enter a career or build on that education to transfer to a four-year school And that choice is often Missouri State University in Springfield. And because the students here have been able to take advantage of our A-plus program to cover the cost of those first 2 years, they don't find themselves encumbered by student loan debt when they take that next step. Think back 50 years for a second in student loan debt. It really wasn't an issue when this school was open, and quite frankly, for about 40 years, it wasn't on the radar screen. But we now live in a country in which the amount of student loan debt exceeds the amount of credit card debt in our country. We are literally burdening the next generation with the responsibility to pay for something that previous generations took care of for them. We are literally making it so that when kids graduate now, very often the first person they shake hands with is somebody they owe money to. And because of that, far too often, we don't get that economic punch, they don't get that economic independence. Well, this school is leading the way in dealing with that issue, not only in keeping tuition costs down, but embracing A+, looking for non-traditional ways to deal with it, to do everything they can to make sure that education is not only the best economic choice for our state and country, but it's the best economic choice for traditional and non-traditional students to improve their earning capacity and their independence. I'm very proud of the fact that in the past 4.5 years, we have added 266 more schools to our A+ program, my first term. We're now 99% of our schools. You never want to be in a situation where the economic choice of education is death that slows folks down. Instead, you want to think of education as something that speeds people up and frees them. And I want to thank Missouri State West Plains for leading the way for this state and, quite frankly, for the country. I'm not going to go through all of your rankings. You see all those all the time. But that effort by this community is incredibly important. Now, the close ties with Springfield do not take anything away from the immense pride that is justifiably felt on this campus and in this community, in this region, because of this institution. This is, after all, an institution that provides an opportunity that isn't available for many miles in most any direction. Missouri State University West Plains has been a beacon of higher education for a wide swath of South Central Missouri and has more than ably filled that role. Your community knows what a great asset it has here, that this is a campus of opportunity. And it goes beyond pride in what the Grizzlies have accomplished on the athletic court, although those feats have certainly been noteworthy. This community recognizes the economic development engine this campus represents. First, it has been and continues to be a major employer of educators and staff, providing a wide variety of positions that utilize many levels of training and skills. But when an economic engine of a community is a higher education institution, it brings a lot more than just a paycheck that somebody spends at a store that turns over a few times in a community. It brings an ethos of curiosity, a willingness to compete, a desire to see a bigger world than what's just on our street or street corner. And this organization has been that first step, that avenue towards a whole bigger world that is so vital, and one of the reasons why West Plains continues to be cited in study after study as one of the greatest places to live in America. Okay? Unfortunately, if you're not a college town, you don't make that list. Secondly, for 50 years now, this institution has given top-notch training to young people from this area in professions that pay well and are in demand, such as technology management and a wide range of health-related fields. You've been recognized nationally for your commitment to excellence. For 2 consecutive years, You made the list of one of the top 120 two-year colleges in the United States as compiled by the Aspen Institute. And Missouri State University West Plains has been ranked number 6 in the Best Community Colleges category by the 2013 Washington Monthly College. Isn't it nice when you get rated number 6 by someone who has never been here? And we certainly don't need too much of Washington in West Plains, because we work together here. This community works together to make sure that each of you has a little bit of a role in passing on the greatest thing we can pass on in democracy to our kids, a better opportunity to succeed in the future than we had. So congratulations on those well-deserved honors, not just the school, but this strong community. And congratulations for garnering this national attention. And that's one of the reasons that just last week, those opportunities in West Plains expanded even further. I was joined by President Smart and by Chancellor Brady Deaton of the University of Missouri as they signed an agreement pledging to work collaboratively together to expand and improve health care for citizens of southern Missouri. Now at West Plains, that means an additional $500,000 to expand the allied health program that is already delivering healthcare professionals for this region. This will be and continue to be a campus of opportunity, and Chancellor Bennett, you can be very proud of the achievements that are taking place here. Students from Missouri are competing in a global market, a market that looks far different from 20 or 30 years ago, and markedly different from what was faced by the students of 1963, when the first group started on this campus, before we walked on the moon, before the Cardinals beat the Yankees in 1964 World Series, before everybody standing up in the back was born. But that arc of 50 years from 111 to 2100, from a few classrooms to rising buildings, that is an arc of progress that we should celebrate today, but use as a springboard for progress for years to come. Student skills have to be sharp, and they have to be current, and they have to fill the needs of this community and this world that are constantly evolving. This school will continue to rise to meet the challenges of the next 50 years. This school will produce graduates who recognize the responsibilities ahead and are ready from eager to meet them. This community knows what it's done for 50 years and is prepared to lead for the next 50. Everyone here should be rightfully proud of what has been accomplished in the last 50 years. But everyone here knows that it is a milestone, not the end of a journey. The road ahead for the next 50 years and beyond is just as exciting, if not more, and maybe because we're not sure where that road goes. Other than Dakota and I don't know if anyone else will be here in 50 years. But our ability to work together, to challenge the next generation, and to provide the world competitive American educated workers and leaders starts right here on Main Street in West Plains. And I thank each of you for turning 50. And as they say, 50 is the new 40. So we got plenty of energy to keep on moving forward. Thank you and God bless.
At this moment, Governor Nixon, President Smart, and Chancellor Bennett will be signing the banner that we will be putting into that time capsule as we referenced before.